I guess, where did you first internalize or conceptualize how important the Second Amendment is to this nation? These natural,
well, it was when
this natural right.
Yeah, it was, very easy. Joe Foss, Medal of Honor recipient from World War II, America's #1 ace, dear friend, hunted with him from 1988 until he died New Year's Day 2001. And Joe and I became very, very close friends. He's the one who opened my eyes to it, which is why I ended up becoming president of the NRA. He and the kinds of people that I grew up with. I had the great blessing of growing up. My dad was the first hero I ever knew. And all of those guys were hunters and people who possessed firearms, who taught my brothers and me the safe way of handling them. I now get to do that with my grandchildren. I'll tell you one last quick story, because then I do have to run. But the 14th birthday, it's not 10th. If I put 10th in the book, it's wrong. But I give a present to, started out with just the boys. Okay. Now they all know what to expect because they've seen it happen. And we did 28 birthdays in this family. And Betsy's established, no, we're going to have their own birthday. Okay, got it, 28 of them. It's 2 a month for, yeah. So anyway, they get a box. It's a fairly long box, and it's about that thick. And on it is a note from me saying, happy birthday, John, or Jack, or Tom, Dick, Harry. And I do know all their names. And I know which, I sometimes mess up siblings with cousins. So, dear John, happy day birthday. Always happy day birthday. If you learn to use everything in this box, you'll never go hungry, you'll never be lost, and you need fear nothing. And I will show you how. Not talk about it, show you. Remember, we talked about showing you. Okay, open the box. There's a copy of the Holy Bible. In fact, it's a Marine Bible. And in it is a little note, go to Psalm 31, because there just happened to be, Proverbs 31. There just happened to be 31 Proverbs in 7 months of the year of 31 days. So today being the whatever the date is today, and you say, okay, go a month later, come back, give me a book report. Just read one a day. And it's Solomon's wisdom, particularly for the young men, but it still works for women too. Proverbs 31 is all about my wife, right? And so you come back and give me a book report, then I'll take you out. The next thing they find down in the box is a Lensatic compass and the map sheet from the Appalachian Trail, which is the backyard of where we live out in the Shenandoah Valley, right? And it just happens that some of the terrain features have an ammo can welded to a fence post, right? And there's a number inside it, So I'll show them how to use the Lensatic compass, how to take an azimuth, how to get from A to B to C to D. And because someday the GPS won't be there. Bad guys can shut it off today if they do it. They could today. All right. And finally, they get down to the third layer, and there is a Remington 870 20-gauge shotgun, which is perfect for a kid. And I'll show you how to take it apart, put it back together so you can do it blindfolded. Number 2, I'll show you how to clean it. And number 3, I'll show you how to shoot it safely, and then I'll take you out hunting with me, and we'll go out after some birds. And so that has worked countless times now. And I was up in Utica, New York here a couple of weeks ago, and I said, Remington is slowly but surely going away. I said, if anybody knows where there's any 870s, and I've got a lot of emails. Still working on, as you and I, probably a fairly good collection of firearms. And the right of the American people to keep them and have the government not try to A, confiscate them, B, buy them back, D, in any way strip from the Second Amendment, like salami slices, right? Even more of that Second Amendment. So that's one of my causes. I aim to teach that, show my grandkids how to do that, just like I showed my kids. And now I've got a granddaughter who came back and said, my brother got one. Where's mom?
That's how it goes.